Good evening, kings and queens. Good evening, kings and queens. This the Grind Hard Dream Big Show. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. Yeah, the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I'm in the building right now. We got the young king doing his thing, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself to me.
Hey, what's going on, man? PG County DMP, stand up, yo. It's your boy Ryan Gibson, man, aka the ambitious actor. One of the fly swag there out here, trying to make it big, you know. That's how we do.
Yeah. Welcome, King. How you feeling? Spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, and all that. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Spiritually, work in progress.
Okay.
I'm really trying to get my feet off the ground. I'm really trying to focus and think real positive about everything that goes on right now.
Okay.
You know, mentally, I feel like I'm increasing my mind every day with reading books and trying to really get myself back in check and really just having a reset due to this pandemic.
Okay.
So I'm really like, you know, I'm really looking forward to the whole, you know, to see what 2020 have to bring, you know?
Okay, bet. You know, 2021, I know 2020 is behind us, as we all know. So,
Amen
you know, with
that.
2021, man, so this notion of acting, right?
Yes, sir.
How did you find acting, or how did acting find you? Like, what was it?
It was a little bit of both, man.
Okay.
Like, it was like, I was 16 at a church, you know, at my home church, Temple Amy Church. And what I was doing was I was going to a tutoring session for math class. I was struggling in this math class I had in high school.
Okay.
And one of the reverends was like, do you want to be in a play? I was like, a play? I was like, yeah, you're going to be on stage and stuff like that. You want to be on the play, just like, you know, being a character. One of my members wrote a story, and she wanted to broadcast it here on stage, and she wanted to be part of it. And then I thought about all the plays I've seen in the past with, I went to all these youth retreats when I was growing up.
Okay.
And the last night we always had a little visual drama arts type of project.
Okay, that's dope.
Different
That's
groups.
dope.
So I was like, I seen how people made us laugh and make us think things through and really just like, I'm like bringing different methods to acting.
Okay.
I said, I'll give this a shot. I'm going to go ahead and see what it has to bring.
Go ahead and
You
hop
know,
out there.
so
That's all right.
I'm like, go ahead and give it a shot. So I joined the ministry. Then I've been in more plays, and people start to recognize what I like to do.
Okay.
And then like I just ran with it. And then like when I got to high school, my senior year, I joined a drama club.
Okay.
And everybody was like, "Oh, Brian over here acting? I didn't know Brian can do that." To be honest, I didn't know either. So
Right. You had to hop out
I
there.
decided to
though.
give it a shot, and I'm like, "Okay, like bet I'm gonna go ahead and do it."
Right.
So and here we are, man. Like years in, I had to stop a few times, you know, college, you know, life, and you know, working and trying to really find myself.
For sure.
You have to live a little to really like to gain a little. You know, like I just really it's really intriguing, man. So I'm like, I'm happy where I am right now.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I still have a lot more work to do.
And I know that you were saying, like, okay, you know, it started with the tutoring, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, geometry, whatever class it was, right? So it starts somewhere. And then you had some inspiration. You had some people just rallying and surprised at what you were able to do. So, like, what was some of the, like, I guess, acting classes? Like, before you got on screen or before you started getting these roles and auditions and stuff, like, what did the classes really, like, consist of and challenge you, in a sense?
Challenging me was to really get to know your character.
Okay.
Get to know who you're playing.
Okay.
And learning just the background of the character.
Okay.
And pretty much like set up a plan, a day to get to know your character.
Okay.
So like one thing I learned in classes, even in with YouTube classes and stuff like that, you have to really love what you do. You have to be prepared at all times. You just never know what can really take place.
I got you.
So like when I was in acting classes, I never knew in a million years that you had to take notes. like I mean, you don't gotta take notes. Like you have a journal and you write your notes down, but
Right.
I'm talking about writing my script, writing in the lines and knowing what I have to do. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be tricky. I just thought because I grew up just like you read your lines, memorize them, and perform.
Right.
I'm over here analyzing, taking notes on the side, like what does this really mean? What's really going on? I'm like, this is getting deep.
Right.
So it's really challenging me, and to this day, it's still challenging me. Shout outs to Mark McKinnon, man. He has a website, markmckinnon.com. You can enroll in classes. It's for anybody who wants to act, you know. And I seen, and there's some actors in that class that's doing big things.
That's what's up.
Doing big things.
So they kind
I
of pushed
think I'm
you
doing
around to do it.
They inspiring me to get myself out there too.
Get it together. Get it together. Okay.
Getting it together. Yeah. So like
for sure.
It's still in the process.
Okay.
So I'm really trying to like really just really make it happen, and it's not easy. Sometimes it can be very discouraging. You know, when I get rejected for roles, I'm like, and it just bothers me because like I don't like rejection that comes from my passion. I get picked and stuff like that. I get picked for this, picked for that, and I get rejected. I'm like, it's discouraging, but I'm learning to never compare that to the experience.
Yeah, you can. You know what I'm saying? I think experience is like the best teacher. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people know that and should see that and just grow with that. You know what I'm saying? Like embrace everything and expect nothing. So that's good to hear, man. That's really, really healthy, man. And I think that's really, really dope that you're just taking, steps. So like, I know it's probably like intro classes and things like that, you know, maybe like acting behind the camera, things like that. Did you have to get familiar with like all of that before it was like, okay, you know what, this is the audition, or hey, this is the real thing? So what was like a trial run?
When it comes to the audition, it's definitely like a trial run. Like you gotta really bring it. You gotta know your character. You have to really know what you're talking about, and you have to see if you can actually relate to the character.
Okay.
That's what I feel like. You know, you can really relate to your character. And me, I was told like I'm pretty random, I'm pretty funny, have a lot of charisma. So I decided to just go ahead and just give it a shot. And like every time I go into the studio, do I get nervous? Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I really get like, I'm already thinking the worst. So
wait, but why is that though? Why think the worst when you going into the situation though?
Because like I seen people who's more sharp than I am when it comes to this skill.
Okay.
I seen people audition for things and like they get it just like that. And I'm like, I gotta get sharp. But then again, like sometimes that rejection is pretty much a sign from God to let you know that it's not your time yet. You go ahead and do your time. You do your part. Let them have their moment.
Okay.
You embrace it, celebrate it, and now you'll have your moment too. Just be humble and ready.
Be humble and be humble and be ready.
And be ready and be hungry for it. But that's one thing I have to do because this pandemic, man, the pros. Okay, I get to how can I put this? I get to skip my job because things were closing down due to the pandemic.
Right.
But I've also focused on my craft.
Okay.
I focus more on what I want to do.
Right.
And that's what helped me get some big roles now, like with BET and other roles that's in the making.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So you got your hustle on. It's basically teaching you how to be disciplined, how to be focused, how to get back to the basics in a sense. Because I feel like sometimes we look at the world, half empty, or we look at the cup half empty, but we got to pour into it, right? So I think that's very, very important. So I know you got, some things going on. You was basically saying like BET. So walk me through your first audition. What was that first audition?
But before BET, my very, very, very first audition was back in 15 or 16.
Okay.
No. It was my first role was actually back in 2018 or 19. One of those things. And I was in a play at the Bowie Performing Arts Center.
Okay.
And I was, I got the role as a father in a play called The Family Dinner.
Okay.
And it was a good production thing. I mean, it was some controversial moments in there too.
Okay.
So it was just very, very intriguing how I really got that role. And, me playing a father, that was new.
So you basically all said, hey, Family Dinner, hey, my name's Brian Gibson, so now I got to play a father.
Yeah, I'm playing a dad, you know what I'm saying? And, and the kid is not my son. It was a blended family.
Okay.
So I'm playing stepdad, and the dad has a past, so Oh, and I have a daughter. You know, my bad, from my previous relationship.
Okay.
So like it was intriguing, man, and I never thought in a million years I'd make people laugh in the theater. I was actually making people laugh in the theater. Like,
Okay.
I was like, wow. Like, I was doing a little scene with the leash. I'm like, people actually like what I'm doing up here. You know, my friend Damo was taking pictures. Shouts to Dominic, man. That's a sharp brother. Like, he's well beyond his years when it comes to, like, his mentals, man. Like, he learned a lot. And, it's, you know, and I got to learn how to really, like, listen and when to say no. But,
Dang.
like, one thing I have to learn is, like, you know, like, when I got the role, I was reading it. Shelby, I can give her props. She really put her foot in this play.
Okay.
It had some pros and cons, but she really did her part.
That's what's up. So I guess, you know, the challenging role, right, and just embracing it, because you were like, wait, man, like, hold up, wait. I got to play what now? Say what now? You said what now? Like that type of notion. And you was just able to just go ahead and do that and study. So that was the play at Bowie, Family Dinner. And then I guess what was next after that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was next after that?
Oh, dude, it's just so many. Even before that, I wish Omar and I can finish this film, but, you know, Omar's my road dog, man. He the one that talked me into acting again.
Okay, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him.
Omar India, man. You know, he's a good guy. He overcame a lot in his way, too. But he talked me into acting again because, like, I was telling you earlier, I did some voiceovers called the Tyrone Experience.
Okay.
You know how the college life can really be sometimes.
Right.
Projects, women, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So he was like, yo, I'm trying to do this voiceover. You trying to, I'm like, sure, okay. And once I saw how he did the animated part and how we just did the voiceovers, it was very, very fun. I just fell in love with it. We used to go to Morgan State on days off just to do some voiceovers. And with Andre Melton having access, shout out to Andre Melton too, man. That brother's, he's on his way too. So we really like made it work, and just like, to be honest, dude, we just like, we fell in love with it, bro. And I just wish we would have continued it, man. But hey, sometimes life happens, bro.
For sure,
Life
man.
happens, man.
Hey,
we actually got paid for that gig too, man, for the shows on YouTube. Like it was cool.
That's what's
It
up.
was cool. But like I said, what happens, man? Life gets in the way, and sometimes you gotta just pause. But we trying to get back at it. And Open Mind, the one I showed you with the sci-fi, features and effects. Things like I said, things can go great, but like I said, man, life takes place, man. You know, there was, my boy Omar was battling a health issue, so we had to really just pause that and really try and get back on our feet.
Got you, for sure, man. I want to get into some of your work, man. So we're going to go ahead and get into some of these clips from my man Brian and see what he do, know what I'm saying, on that screen, and see what he do, man. Don't touch that dial. Grind hard, dream big. How do you grind, the bigger you dream, man. We be right back. Right here.
Man, oh man. Guys, just think about it. If you have any superpower, what would it be?
Hello? Huh? What you doing? Are you grinding today? Are you working today? Are you putting something towards your dreams today? You said that the last time. What you mean? You saying you still trying to put it together? What you mean? I gotta do it? No, I'm not gonna do it. Nobody's gonna do it for you. Look, put it together. Hey man, look, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Stop going back to your past. Put in the works. Your past has nothing new to say. Grind hard, dream big. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. Let's go. Come on now, stop playing with yourself. Playing with that time, doing what you want to do. You can't be selfish. You can be selfish with your dreams. You can be selfish with your goals, but you can't be selfish. I can't do this. I can't do that. Why? Because you keep complaining. You're not working. You can either be positive or you could be negative. Stop complaining. Stop worrying about them. You got you. The best investment is in yourself. You. Y-O-U. Grind hard, dream big. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. Yeah. Harder you grind, the bigger you dream. Yeah. And we back, man. Like I said, man, my man Brian Gibson, he's in the building, y'all, man. A young actor doing his thing out here, man. So the notion of really, I guess, how can you say, you're playing a character. Is it possible to lose yourself?
It can be very possible, yes. I mean, there's some actors who really became that character, just battling the personality of that character, like Heath Ledger when he played Joker on The Dark Knight. He actually became that guy. Like the drugs he was taking and everything. Like when he overdosed on his drug uses.
Wow.
When it came to his character, like he became the Joker. Michael B. Jordan, when he was in the Black Panther, he played Killmonger. Right. Yeah, he actually went to therapy because of that. Like, he had to really do a reset because of his character.
I did not know that.
Yeah, like, it was shocking. I couldn't believe it either. And there's a few other characters as well, you know, that really had to seek help to get back on track, just being normal again. You know? And you know me, man. Since Best Buy, I've always been like a cool, calm, and collected type of guy.
For sure.
So like, I've always played the roles of a good guy.
Right.
Never played a villain until like later on down the line. I've always played like the cool, calm, best friend type role.
Right.
But now, as my latest project, It Takes Faith to Love, I was playing pretty much a deadbeat, like a person who's just irritated and just like, yo, I'm over it, man. Like, what about our family? Like, I don't want a house. I don't want marriage. I just want to hit. You know, like, just some typical F-boy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
for sure.
you know, it's relatable. It happens here. Like,
right.
You know, you see the pictures on Facebook.
Right.
You see them about to have a baby.
Right.
Then maybe like a year or two, once the child hits maybe 2 or 3, they split.
Right.
And now they're single parents, you know, being a single father or mother towards their kid.
Right.
It happens a lot. I'm not dogging what happens to them. I'm not trying to, you know, talk trash about people who went through that, but I'm just saying it's a common thing now. It happens,
right?
You know, and with Tyrone, I'm cool. You know, Brian.
Right. Brian is cool.
Brian is cool.
Right.
I had to get, you know, Tyrone is a character,
right?
Because like I see a lot of Tyrones out here that just hate to say it, leave their seed to the mama and go about their merry way,
right?
You know, it's like, you know, and like it's just how it is. Like when it came to Tyrone, me as Brian personally had to sit back and just study and get to know Tyrone.
Right, for sure.
The lines, the pain that he's delivering, the drama, the suspense, the like pretty much a fake image that Tyrone is presenting. You know, I didn't want a family at 24. I didn't want to have this baby. Like, I got tired of taking care of everything. I got tired of doing this, just sitting back. I don't want a house. I don't want a marriage.
Yeah.
You told me you was on a pill and yada. So like it's just that, you know, typical F-boy stuff.
Right.
You know, that's going on pretty much out here. We trying to make our shows relatable to what's going on in our community.
And that's good. That's good because, you know, I think a lot of issues, you know, like you were saying, like when it comes to like family and it comes to things like that, what we see on a day-to-day basis. I know we were talking about like trauma and things like that. So as you were progressing with these roles, right, I think the best thing that you were saying is, you know, always staying sharp, always staying diligent towards the mission that what you was trying to accomplish. The role of a like mentor, did you have that as well, like throughout, you know, this process? Or
I mean, I never had a leadership role. I never played a mentor.
Okay.
You know, I had plenty of mentors that check me.
Right.
I'm out of line. You know,
that's what I meant. Like, you know, a mentor is somebody that can kind of, you know, guide you through the steps of it, like, you know, hey,
acting and just life and just advice. You know, I think everyone has a little mentorship in them. You know, by sharing some experiences that they've been through, they can just really avoid.
Got you.
Like, I have friends that'll lead me wrong. I mean, not lead me wrong, but I got friends that'll check me and be like, yo, Brian, you tripping. Like, you know, if I had a situation, I'll talk to them about it. If they tell me I'm wrong, I go back to it and be like, all right, I was wrong.
Right.
But if I got people tell me, nah, you were right, you were right. You did what you had to do just to keep yourself sane.
Right.
I'm like, cool, I'll do that too.
Right.
So like, by the end of the day, I just feel like we lack on accountability. Like, you know, like men, women in general. Like, do you have a best friend that'll tell you were wrong? Or do you have a yes friend that tell you that you were wrong?
Woo!
You know what I'm saying?
Deep.
Like,
I'm not going to lie.
I'm just keeping. I'm just
you keeping it
because,
100
like,
though. You keeping
I mean,
it 100.
we have to now in this culture because they cancel us in so many ways.
Right,
and
for sure.
We can say something very off the wall and
Right.
we're canceled, bro.
Right.
They can bring up old dirt and just run with it.
Right.
But like, I just feel like a lot of friendships are just yes friendships. Like, if I'm coming to you for some advice, I want you to be 100 with me. Like, Brian, nah, you jacked up for that.
Right, for
or
sure.
you gotta go ahead and apologize. You wrong for that. Because
Right.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm like, nah, bruh. Because when some of my friends vent their issues, and I be listening to them sometimes, I'm like, bro, it's you. You know, it ain't. You know, it's not them. It's you.
Right,
they was
right,
telling
right.
you right. You just don't want to listen.
Right, right,
And I
right.
want somebody to tell me that. I have good friends like that. I got Erica. I got Mel. I was talking to her today. I got Angela. You know, I got my brother, my cousins. You know what I'm saying? I got you know, Jew.
Yeah.
You know.
So you got a good fan
I
base.
got-
You got
I
people,
got- you know,
not
yeah.
necessarily a fan base, but a support system.
I got
I'm
a-
sorry, y'all. 'Cause
like
a
I
fan
said,
base
yeah.
and support system are two different things. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
a support system that's able to, you know, keep you grounded, keep you accord on a lot of things. And that's good because I think what people need to realize is when you are doing anything in life, right, whatever you're trying to pursue,
Right.
the fact that you want to hold yourself accountable, hold yourself responsible. You're responsible for who you attract. You're responsible for who you entertain. So I
That's
think
why,
that's that
man,
important.
people, even in relationships, if you break up and go with somebody else that quickly, I don't know. It's maybe just my opinion. You need to really just seek yourself first. You can't just jump from person to person because you're dragging that baggage.
You just give us some
You know,
gems. These people
so,
need
like,
to. Ooh,
You gotta
it's
really
good.
sit
I'm not
back
gonna
and
lie.
think about
Okay.
the things you do before you do it, and that's our biggest issue. We don't think before you speak. Like as soon as I turned 25, I slowly started encountering different things.
Got you.
You know, like we getting older now, like, bro, we can't be doing this no more. We're not 21, 22 anymore. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, we got to really sit back and think about ourselves. And I realized, like, I did some jacked up things too. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I done
Neither
some.
am I. Neither am I.
I done some jacked up stuff, bro.
Right.
That's, you know, we can talk about that forever. But by the end of the day, man, like, we got to really just sit back and be like, do I really want this? Or it's just, like, when it comes to females, right? Is she just a cute girl to my phone, or do I really see myself growing with her? Even with girls on their stuff, I think he's just an attractive guy. That's really it. But he's a goofball, or he's just not all the way there. I know they think about that stuff too.
Right.
Cause like, you know, like I said, man, by the end of the day, like you got to really question your circle. Cause my circle is so small. I'm talking to myself.
He said the circle's so small. He's
my
talking to
circle- my
himself,
circle's
having those
so
healthy
small,
conversations with himself, and that's dope though, because I feel like
I
you
be
do
talking to myself,
sometimes
right?
have to have them conversations with
Yeah.
yourself, and you got to realize that you're your biggest fan, and you may be your biggest critic, but at the end of the day, you got to give yourself that round of applause, like, hey man, I'm in the fight, I'm doing what I got to do, I'm out here handling my business, man. It's just
You gotta
that's
handle
what it
your
is.
business. You gotta
so,
handle your business.
some characteristics of just like leadership and team, right? Entourage, right? I think it's important, right, to understand the difference between the support system and the entourage. So if somebody's just checking you and basically saying, okay, you know what, yes, Brian, that's dope, or yeah, Brian, you got it, you know, I'm gonna support you regardless, yeah. If they keep telling you, yeah, I know it's sometimes where you feel like, man, okay, you keep telling me yes, but what am I doing wrong? What am I getting wrong at? Somebody help me, please.
Yeah, like I said, man, it depends on your circle. Like you said, you can't have your yes friends. You gotta have some real friends. Like it said, oh, I just blew $1 million in this new. What did you really blow it on? What did you do? Like
Right.
by the end of the day, man, like they care when you make it.
Mm-hmm.
When you make it and you're in your field, their true colors will come out. You don't gotta really ask for it. Your actions will show it. You know, like if you make it big, I'll support it. I'm not asking for a cut or a
Right,
share.
right.
I want you to make it.
Right, for
you
sure.
know, so like I'm gonna be like, okay, you sure you want to do this? Like, because I'm thinking like, what would I do in a situation?
Right,
You know, like if you got $10 million, right?
right.
I want you to be like, I'm not gonna tell you what you should. I just hope you don't be out here showboating and showing off and trying
Right,
to
for
stunt
sure, for sure.
out like that. Because
sure.
if you have $2 million, I'm gonna invest in some property.
Right.
Invest in some land, you know, like change some things up in our urban community.
Right,
Make
for
sure
sure.
they get a better opportunity more than we did when we were kids.
Right.
You know, because like in our African American communities, I think we need it so much. But like, if I have $2 million, I'm gonna invest. I might buy one of my old jobs. I thought about that. I might buy a job that I used to work at and
Right.
just like enhance it on my own.
Right, for sure.
You know, that way the revenue come back to you.
Got you, I got you
So,
for
like,
sure, man. That's dope, man.
you
You
gotta-
talking about doing this community generational
You
wealth.
gotta
I love
really-
it. I love
you
it. I
gotta
love it. I love
really-
it.
It's more than just being famous, bro. You gotta just change. I mean, with acting, I'm not trying to be famous. I love it.
Right.
You know, I love to be on TV and deliver a message to the crowd.
Right.
And have a moral behind your story.
Right.
Either I'm the good guy or the bad guy.
Right.
It's kind of fun being the bad guy though.
He said it's fun being the bad guy.
It's kind of fun being the villain, man.
Okay.
But one thing I'm learning, man, because I think villains, man, are so badass. I know I can't cuss. I'm sorry for
No,
that.
you good. You good. Go ahead.
You know, I think being villains, how they make the villains now in Hollywood is so badass. But like, it's just like I said, that's not who I am. It's just entertaining.
Right.
But like the reason why I was watching one of Wiz Khalifa's interviews, he said he keeps his circle of friends around him because it humbles him.
Okay.
You know, like it humbles him and make him realize that okay, I came from nothing. We
Right.
all came from nothing. We gonna do this together. So you gotta keep your circle of friendship real. And even Kevin Hart, people want to be recognized but don't want to put in the work.
Right.
I hear so many people say, "I got this coming out. I got this coming out. I'm trying to do it." I said, "Bro, it's been 7 years. What's been going on?"
Right.
It's been going on.
Right.
Because some things I do say to my friends, like some things you're gonna say, you're not gonna like me.
Right.
Even with my friends tell me, it's like, Brian, some things I'm gonna say to you, you're not gonna like me.
Right.
And I can admit, I get mad sometimes. I'm like,
Right.
yo, but he's right though.
Right.
We like you said, we are our own biggest critic.
Right. And I think that's important, man, because like I said, sometimes we be in our own way, be like, man, it's all in your head. Like, what you doing? Take your time, slow down, relax. You got this. Tell yourself, look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you got this sometimes.
You
Like,
gotta do that. You gotta
got
speak,
to.
You gotta speak positive affirmations every day.
Yeah.
Because during this pandemic, I can admit I was going insane. Because I'm an extrovert. I just can't be inside all day. I gotta do something. I just can't be out. I can't be inside and be looking at a computer for like 7.5 hours straight. I gotta talk. I gotta go out. I gotta go
Right,
to
you
the
gotta do
gym.
something, right?
Because before the pandemic, gym, classes,
Right.
rehearsals,
Right.
classes, gym,
Yeah.
rehearsals,
Daily
classes,
routine,
daily-
get back
you
to
know,
it.
like
Yeah,
it was,
boom,
it was.
boom, boom.
I was
ABC,
never
XYZ,
at
boom, boom,
home.
boom.
I was always doing something constructive.
Right.
You know, I barely had dates, but like I went out. I went to acting school. I went to the gym. I went out to like a few church community events.
Right.
Rehearsal, choir rehearsal. Like
Right.
every day there was something to do.
Right, yeah. So you make sure that you was active. You
Yeah,
wasn't
I
just
was-
out here
I
just
was-
saying,
I
look,
wasn't-
hey, man, I'm busy. You know, my name's Brian,
Yeah.
and I'm busy.
Right.
Nah, I'm actually being
I'm
productive
actually
with my
being
day
productive,
and
like,
doing what
yeah.
I'm doing, checking all the boxes, doing what I need to do. And I think it's dope because you were trying to make sure that, you know, your spiritual was intact, your physical was intact, your emotional was intact, and all that, and your mental,
Yeah.
most importantly.
I'm trying to be my best because I got this quarantine belly I'm trying to work on.
He said quarantine belly.
A quarantine stomach, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying
It's
to.
all good. I'm trying to get my fitness right too. I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, sometimes you could just be coped in the house and just eat a lot, but nah, we gotta get to that too. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So I feel like it's very, very important to, you know, continue
Guys,
to
just
work
think about it.
hard and
Yeah,
strive
any
towards the
superpower.
things that we want to
What would
do
it be?
in our life. So, did you have a favorite coming up that you watched as a child? Favorite show?
I had a lot of them. Of course, there was Power Rangers.
You said Power Rangers.
Of course, there was Power Rangers, man. I was a Disney Pixar guy my whole life. You know, I like Toy Story, James the Giant Peach, all the Disney films, bro. Like we had a collection from Dumbo to Flubber with Robin Williams.
Okay.
One of my favorite actors as well. Even with Miss Doubtfire, he was funny. Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey. We had. I mean, the story goes on, man. I had a lot of movies, man. So like, and my favorite actors of all, man, I can't. I think it's like a top 20.
He said top 20. I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, go ahead and name
of
some. Go
course,
ahead and name
like,
some.
I like Jim Carrey.
Okay.
I became more of a fan. We became the Riddler of Batman Forever.
Okay.
That was so badass. Tommy Lee Jones. I
Okay.
like him. Of course, we got Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington.
Right.
Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
Of course.
I said Morgan Freeman, right?
Yeah, you did.
Who else? Denzel, Will Smith. You know, like, speaking of Will Smith, that monologue with the father in Fresh Prince, that was a
Yeah.
powerful scene. You know, and what else? I can't name all. Michael B. Jordan, of course, he grew on me.
That's all good. That's all good.
Who else, man?
Take your time.
Keanu Reeves. I'm
Okay.
a fan of Keanu Reeves.
Matrix. Okay.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
Pulp Fiction. John
yeah.
Travolta. Him. Yeah, that was a whoa.
That Shaft.
Shaft.
Snakes on the
Yeah,
plane.
Snakes on the
You know what I'm
Plane.
saying? We got some. Okay.
He was a dirty cop. I forgot the name of that one.
Okay.
Lake Placid. I forgot the name of that one. With Kerry Washington and some other guy.
Yeah, you got a lot. It's a
Kerry
lot.
Washington. It's a lot, man. Robin Williams, of course. Who else? Who else? That I mentioned Denzel.
We ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying?
I can't name all 20.
We can't forget about our hometown heroes. We can't forget about, you know what I'm saying, Martin Lawrence and Taraji.
Duh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, wait, they from here. Yes,
Because
from here.
I watched Empire because of Cookie.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because of
So
Taraji. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, and Martin, you know what I'm saying? He
Oh,
had
yeah,
one
we
of
grew
those classic shows with
And I-
Martin. What's
yeah.
up? What's up? What's up? You know what I'm saying? He had
used to-
that.
I used to, man, like growing up, I didn't have cable.
Oh,
I had
wow.
my basic channels.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't really
got
get
you.
into the cable game until I was like a teenager. Like
Wow.
my mother, she has a great job with Bell Atlantic at the time, which
Right.
is now Verizon.
Right.
You know, she got this big deal. It was a blessing, bro. Like, cause I felt like I was missing out on the culture, bro. I'm gonna just keep it real with you.
You said
man,
missing
because-
out on the culture. Okay.
because like I was my parents, good people.
Right.
They just kept me into life. Like
Right.
I went outside and played.
Right.
I haven't seen music videos.
Okay, I got you.
I was never into the music.
So you
video
wasn't out
game.
there, so you probably wasn't seeing like the In Living
I
Color.
wasn't seeing
none of that,
I
John.
only
Fresh
seen
Prince
it
of Bel-Air
on.
and
I
things like
seen it
that.
on weekends, like,
Okay.
because my parents had me outside.
Yeah, for sure.
We did things, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
We
Being
did,
active. That's
we were
cool.
active. We went skating and did family outings and went to my grandparents. My grandma had cable. You know, she was a big Biggie fan.
Okay.
She
Biggie,
liked
Biggie. That's one of my
She
favorite
liked,
artists. I ain't gonna lie.
Big
Okay.
Pun.
Okay, Big Pun. Okay.
You know, that's how I got familiar with the music a little bit.
Okay.
Because growing up, man, I was playing radio stations. You know, they played Destiny's Child. They played Maxwell.
Okay.
They played the Go-Go stuff.
I got
I
you.
mean, of course, I knew who Chuck Brown was.
Right, of course,
But
of course. I'm about to say DC legend, of
it was
course,
so
of
crazy.
course.
I knew his songs, but I never met him in person until like my 7th grade year.
Okay.
He was like, "Do you know who I am?" I was like, "No, wait." You're Chuck Brown? Like, I was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? I met him,
For sure.
I remember I was 13 years old. I met him at a field trip. He was in a field trip. He was leaving the studio when Radio 1 was on up the street from here.
Right.
And who else did I? Yo, it's a list, man.
He said there's a list. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
so-
you ran into a lot of people
But
that
I
did
always
dope
knew
things.
who Michael was because my dad had all his albums.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
my
Michael's-
dad
yeah, the King of
was
Pop.
playing the King of Pop.
Yeah, for sure. Of course.
I didn't know who Pac was until like later on in life.
Right.
Because my dad was in a band. And a lot of stuff that not go-go band, but he played for Peaches and Herb. He
got
played for
you.
a lot of like soul artists.
Okay, that's
So
dope.
he always
That's
did a lot
dope.
of community events with them, and I always listened to Peaches and Herb, Michael Jackson, and they learned like because my dad was a drummer.
Okay.
So I've always played piano. I play piano.
Okay,
So
that's
I've
dope.
always seen my father with unique talented artists.
Okay.
Like Prince, Michael Jackson, Madonna. Who else? I knew who NSYNC was because
Right.
like, my parents kept me out of the whole. Like, you know, the
Yeah,
whole
NSYNC,
urban
yeah,
game.
NSYNC, Backstreet
Because
Boys, all them
I
good
was
people.
dressed up like them going to school.
Oh wow! Oh wow! So that I'm saying in costume.
I was
in theater.
I was
It's
wearing
like that.
Gap vests and
Okay.
sweaters from Old Navy, bro. Like I
Okay.
was getting cooked a lot.
It's
you know
all
what I'm saying?
good.
I
I
thought
mean, we
you know,
all
I
went
thought I
there.
was that guy.
So
like-
cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool, man. And
Yeah.
that's dope that you went down memory lane because you know I
Yeah.
feel like when you go down memory lane, you kind of really make the connections be like boom, boom, this is what happened, and then boom, boom, that's what happened, boom, that's what happened. So you know when you were watching these shows, you know like the Power Rangers and things like that. Did you have any favorite like cartoons?
Oh man, Spider-Man.
You said Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Seabear and Jamal back in the day. That was a good show. Wayne Head by Damon Wayans.
Okay.
On WB50.
Okay.
A lot of shows, man. But what else was out? Oh, I can't remember all of them, but
It was a couple of joints?
A couple of joints on Nick Jr. with Quack Pack, DuckTales, Chip and Dale. I'm showing my age right now.
Yeah, he said he showed his age. It's
You
all
know,
good.
Chip and
He's
Dale.
naming some of them Jones like, okay, I heard of them Jones.
Chip
but,
and
you know, I
Dale
was
Rescue
still,
Rangers. The Gummy Bears had an episode. They had a series. I watched a lot of like Goofy and Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Yeah.
And what else? What else, man? Captain Simeon, the Space Monkeys. Like that's an old show.
Right.
Double
He like,
Dragon with
okay.
Billy Lee and Jimmy Lee. I used to watch all that stuff.
That's
bro.
what's
That
up.
was-
That's what's up.
Those
man.
are shows I grew up on.
That's what's up.
Thundercats.
Yeah, I got you. I
All
got
that
you.
stuff, man. So like, who else? Oh, Rupert from Nick Jr. I used to watch all that stuff.
That's what's up. That's
know what
what's
I'm saying?
up, man. So
Yeah.
I guess those were the childhood shows, right? So then, okay, we
The
fast
list would
forward. We
never-
fast forward the middle school days, I guess, and then them high school days. So what was you watching in high school? Because you know it transcends what you watch, right? So in
It
high
does,
school,
man.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
like
yeah. So
I
what
was,
you
I knew,
watching then,
because
right?
like I knew I was different, bro.
said,
I was
knew
watching a
different.
lot of shows, and I watched Brotherly Love.
Okay.
Boy Meets World.
Okay.
I thought Topanga was bad.
Okay.
I thought Topanga was bad,
Okay.
bro. I said, you know how when kids get little, I'm like, oh, until they see them grow up. And
Right,
I'm
right, for
like,
sure.
Yo, Topanga is bad, bro. I thought she was pretty.
Right.
Her
okay.
and Angela, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I had a crush on Topanga.
Okay.
I couldn't believe I'm actually.
Yeah.
No, the white girl Topanga.
Yeah, he's a
Corey's
white-
girlfriend.
Got you.
Boy Meets World.
Okay. So that's what's up. That's
Yeah,
what's
I
up.
had a crush on her growing up.
And I think what's dope about it, right? Because I think, you know, when we go back, we like, all right, man, you know, cartoon-wise, I grew up on this, I grew up on that. Like, cartoon-wise, I know for me, I was watching, you know, of course, Power Rangers. Then, of course,
can't
like
go wrong
Cow
with
and
Power
Chicken.
Rangers.
And
Cow
then
and
Dexter. And then
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. Yeah. Do the
Cow
monkey
and
with me.
Chicken.
That
That was funny. He was like a big, dumb stud. That was funny.
Like, yeah, that stuff.
That was
what
funny.
else? And then, of course, you know, you transcend the Nickelodeon. You had Rugrats. You had Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold
Know what
was
I'm
my
saying?
show.
You had Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron was hilarious. When
I said Rugrats, right?
Rugrats,
Yeah,
Jimmy
yeah,
Neutron,
you know.
Rocket Power.
Yeah, Rocket Power was
Oh,
dope.
man,
Oh, my goodness. Cat Dog was
Legends
dope.
of the Hidden Temple with the games.
Yeah,
That was an awesome show.
Yeah, so you had all
Yeah.
these shows, and I feel like, you know, we age with time with it, right? Because then, of
Yeah.
course, you know, now it's like SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, and all of that.
Fairly
You
Odd
feel me?
Parents, but some
So
of their
it was-
shows were hilarious.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Growing up watching SpongeBob back in the 90s, I couldn't stand Squidward.
You probably love him now.
Now I
though.
love Squidward because like Squidward is like relatable, man.
Yeah.
Squidward is like he don't care, bro.
Yeah, he don't care. He wants his piece, though.
He
wanna
wants his
protect
piece.
I want to go ahead and clock
he
in.
wants to just
go
clock
the-
in, go home, and
clock
play
in. I'm going
play
to the
my
Krusty
clarinet.
Krab.
Right.
Cashier. Hey,
Right.
do you want this? Whatever.
He said, "Let me
I'm on
guess,
my
you want a
budget.
large salad." Like
Yeah.
he just didn't.
Yeah, and the thing about it is he was playing the clarinet because it was very, very therapeutic
For him,
for
right?
him. Like, yeah.
I
you
was
know?
like, Squidward wants his piece. SpongeBob and Pac were just all over the place.
Yeah, and I think what it is dope, right? What's dope about Squidward is we see this adult character. And
Right.
We kind of be like, okay, when you first watch him, like I said, like
I was
when I
like,
first watched
why
him,
he
I was like,
such
why is he
so-
like that?
right.
Then all of a sudden, when you watch it now, it's like, oh yeah, you know what? I can relate to
I
him.
can relate to
I
him now.
understand why you like this. You want to protect
Right.
your peace. Hey, not be bothered. None of that stuff.
Leave me alone.
You know, just leave me alone. SpongeBob, Patrick, leave me alone. That type of thing. And just, okay, what do you want? What do you want? You know, that type of thing. So I feel like it's very, very important. So you were saying that therapy is important. And I think
I
that
really
for
think
you,
therapy
in
is
this journey,
important, yes.
what,
I've been taking therapy and
Okay.
like it's helping me unlock myself. It's helping me understand why I am in some ways. And it's to get help, but to get assistance to get to the roots of your issues. It's not
okay.
you're not okay. Therapy should be free for us. I'm just saying. Therapy
Okay.
we go through a lot.
For our community.
For our
so
community.
Brian is
We go-
basically saying for our community, y'all, that therapy should be free. Free 99. We shouldn't
we
shouldn't be
you know,
charged
put it in
for
our
it because we all have issues.
put it in our benefit package because like
Okay.
you know, therapy is needed. You know, like just because you're a man with feelings does not mean you're soft. You just very passionate. And one thing I did learn about nice guys, we do close the chapter. We may be last, but we close the chapter.
Okay.
It's not that, you know, you're a nice guy. I just think I learned from Prince Darnell, you're just ahead of your time. You know,
That's
like, you know, like you're not living for the now. You're trying to work on the future, and it all starts from home.
Okay. I
You know
got
what
you.
I'm saying? And that's when my family got 35 years of marriage. So I grew-
Healthy.
it wasn't peaceful, but
Got
like
you. I got what
mean,
you
it
mean.
wasn't. You know, they had their disagreements, but like
Right.
you know, I learned from my father
Right.
treating the same woman his whole life
Right.
since I've been born.
Right,
So
okay.
I can't really relate to a lot of people in my city
Right.
because they grew up without the dad,
Right,
or
right,
without the
right,
mom,
right,
or
right.
something like that.
Right.
Because I realized every girl I dated, I never seen their father. I always seen a stepdad. I mean, I seen a stepdad and maybe a few girls.
Got
one girl
you.
I dated, but almost every girl I've dated in my whole life,
Right.
I've never seen their father until like now.
Wow.
When I date around, I never seen their dad, but I see it now, and that's crazy, bro.
Wow.
So that's what I was learning, man. Like when I go to classes, even that first Bachelor's in Arden, FBCG, when I was in the ministry, he was like, one thing you have to learn, man, is like, fellas, if you want a wife, you're praying for that wife. Don't be surprised that God is removing all the women that you thought that were contenders, potentials. Don't be surprised that he's actually taking them out of the picture. Don't be surprised that he's moving them out. Number 2, we got to change that level of perspective.
Okay.
We got to change our level of perspective. We're losing right now. You know, we got to learn how to converse. And number 3, there are no fathers out there to really show the blueprint to females who have daughters to show them how a man should really love a woman. We don't have that anymore. So, you know, like, and now, you know, ladies talking about, every man ain't the same. I mean, every man's not the same, but by the end of the day, it's like, from what I'm looking at from experience, like, every man you meet is not your past guy.
Right. For sure.
Every man you gonna meet they're gonna bring something different.
Right.
But you don't. And one thing I have learned is don't be their knight in shiny armor. You just gotta be yourself.
Don't be that knight.
Don't try and be that hero.
Okay.
I learned that from J. Cole. Some people say I'm not that heroic, but I'm just saying, you know,
for sure,
like
for
I
sure.
can't. I'm like, yo, that's what I went wrong at. But then again, like my dad. But see, I don't know, man. Like my dad is a good man to my mother.
Right.
But like, I can be a good guy. I could be the greatest guy, but
Right.
I can't be the greatest guy to the woman who doesn't really need me there. Like,
Got you.
know,
I
like,
understand what you're saying.
I can't really be that guy she wants if she's still carrying baggage from her previous relationship.
Right.
Because by the end of the day, you're still. I felt because in some of my relationships I had, you know, I was like, wait, you fresh out, 3 months out, or a couple months out. I'm like, I can't be with you right now.
Right.
That's what I learned in the past relationship I had. I was like, I've seen all the signs.
Right.
It's not her fault. It's just the things that she's encountered.
Right.
So I'm learning, like, I can't be there with you right now. I have to grow now.
Right.
I got to reset.
Right. And that's dope. And
I
that's
got to
dope.
really, really.
And I feel like
I got to reset. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like
So,
it's
yeah.
dope that you were actually just open and honest, man. First of all, I want to give a round of applause for that because I
Yeah.
feel like, you know, it takes a lot. You know, for real, you feel me? It takes a lot to just get that weight off your shoulders. Like I feel like you know, everybody wants to fly, right? You gotta take away and drop all that weight that weighs you down. Everything that weighs you down, just let it go. Let
Things
it go,
that
right?
weighs you down
Things
can
that weigh
lead
down.
you to
Yeah,
very.
You're trying to fly.
It
You're
can.
trying to
It
fly.
can.
You're trying to go.
It can lead you to very. It can make you very, very, very not so wise decisions by not letting things go.
Right. So that baggage, right? Because I think it's very, very important. Because you like, you know, if you carry baggage everywhere you go, right? Let's just say, for example, we carry baggage everywhere we go. It's going to get draining, right? So when we look at this journey and what you've been able to do, you know, from the acting and the therapy and, like I said, the relationships, networking, how important is networking been for you in this journey?
I'm still learning tools of networking.
Okay.
Like,
all right. That's cool.
You know,
we
because
learning every
I'm
day,
still
right?
learning the tools of networking because, like, we judge so much. You know, people judge each other so much and stuff like that. But, like, okay, if I'm judged, but, like, I can't be judging nobody. That person can have the keys to your goals.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want friends, too, besides networking people. I
Gotcha.
want to, you know, so, like, you know, like when we met back in 2013 or 14, whenever we was working at Best Buy, who would have
Right.
thought we'd be sitting here having a podcast?
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah,
You
for
know what
sure,
I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. That's
who
what
would ever
communication
thought
and following
we know-
up. This is what a friendship is, guys.
Right.
When you sitting there doing what you do, right, and following up with somebody. For me, I was like, man, you know what? I come across somebody, good energy, good vibes, all that. You know, I'm gonna make sure that I contact and follow up. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Things like that. And I'm like, look. Brian has really been doing a lot of dope things and really connecting the dots and betting on himself, you know, going from, all right, man, you know, buying, you know, X, Y, and Z to investing in himself. And that's what I think is very, very important because how bad do you want your dream? You have to fund your dream.
You got to fund your dream.
And how were you able to fund your dream where you felt like, okay, you know what, walk us through a situation where you're like, it's this, or, oh, no, I know it's that. So what changed, I guess, over time with that too?
I stopped living for the weekends.
He said he stopped living for the weekends.
I stopped living for the weekends. Like, you know, like, like, saying no can save you a lot, but saying yes can cost you everything.
So saying yes can cost you everything.
Sometimes saying yes can cost you everything.
And saying no.
Yeah, because, like, we want J's. We want fashion. We want our fashion game to a T.
Right.
I'm over here looking at these J's. I'm like, these J's cost $150 or $200. I want those shoes. I need those shoes. I really, really want those shoes. I be sitting in the store like Foot Action, Foot Locker,
Right.
for these kicks. I'm like, but my acting class is like $80. what am I doing here?
Right, yeah.
You know, so like,
yeah, you better go to class. Go to class. Go to class.
so
Chase
I'm
the
over
passion.
here,
Go to
so
class.
like, that's what I did too. So that's what I'm learning too, man. I'm like, I want these J's, but this acting class, like, dang, dog, I'm making so, you know what I'm saying? And I can admit, when it came to my acting classes, because like I'm trying to rebudget myself and save up for a bigger picture.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes
of course.
and I'm learning to say no.
Right.
Because I be seeing my friend on Facebook. She made a request talking about how do y'all save and stuff like that. I just don't live for the weekend.
Don't live for the weekend. I know.
I don't live for the weekend sometimes. I don't go out every weekend or you might see me out you may see me out here like, okay, we're in February. I'm hanging out with y'all. You might not see me till April or early May or whatever.
Okay,
like,
just going back to the grind, huh?
I'm just
Like,
going back
alright.
to the grind.
That's dope.
I'm going back into the lab. Like, you know, shoes cost $200, but yeah, I can go to the acting class and pay $75 for that.
Yeah.
You know,
for
or
sure.
I could pay a bill off or something like that, or I need food in my fridge or something like that. When I had my spot that time, and I was like, bet that, you know, roommate, it's whatever. But like, I had to really learn when to say no. You know,
power
like,
of no.
Because when I was saying no, I saved my money. I look up, I got headshots. I said no, I look up, I got this role. I say no, I got help. I got tutoring to read my script.
Right.
You know, I said no, I did this. Now I'm on BET. Like, I said no to a lot of stuff.
Right. So
It was hard because I'm like, I'm trying to get out.
so basically on BET, right? Because I know it was the Holiday Heartbreak. How did that
Yeah.
come about? How did that come about?
I was scrolling through IG. I don't know if I looked at it. One of my friends sent me a DM of the auditions. And I look up. They said they need a headshot or some photos, a recent photo of yourself, and they need a video reel and your acting resume. So that's what they pretty much asked for now. So I gave it to them. Like 3 days later, I heard from them, and I got a call from this lady. I'm like, oh, snap, this is getting real. When she said it's going to be on BET, I'm like, stop playing. She was
Said
like, no.
me? That's me? You talking about me? I'm about to be on BET?
I'm about to be on
For
BET.
real?
Yeah, it's gonna be a Christmas film. It's gonna be you, Michael Collier. You're gonna be on the movie with Michael Collier, Lisa Ray, Country Wayne. He's a new social media star. You know, I was like, wow. So I went on set. I rented me a car. I went on set, and we met. We was just talking and stuff. Lisa Ray already did her thing,
Right.
Because she had another project to get ready for.
Okay.
So I was on set. I met Lisa Ray before though, so she's cool.
Right.
But like I was on set with Michael Collier and Kenneth Wayne. Kenneth Wayne was Eric in the film. He played Eric. And man, it was fun. I met this dude named Sam, like very, very, very outgoing, very, very smart dude. And like the energy I got in that studio was so awesome. Bro. Like
Awesome sauce.
it was
Okay.
awesome sauce. Like, you know, I was driving to our location. There was a lot of houses, like all these big houses. And each scene with the house, you know, they slammed the door in the person's face.
Right.
And I was like, this is cool. So I was just looking I was in my actor's gear. They said, you got to wear some shorts. They want me to wear boxers at first.
Wow.
I was like, I ain't showing on my legs like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm kind of like, yes, I ain't, you know, so
Yeah.
they want me to wear like some kind of boxers at first. I said, I ain't wearing that, man. I mean, and my boy Kenneth was, and I said, wait, there's some balling shorts I got. You know, I got some balling shorts I can let you wear. I'm like, that'll work. So like, I use those. So I'm out here just like going to my scene. It was like, be counting down. Okay, Gibson, you're up. They call my name. I'm like, okay, you're up. I'm like, okay, let's do this. So I'm over here like, let's go. So I go in this house. I'm like, this is somebody's house. No, but you can use this house. This is your house. This is your house for this scene. And Michael Collier, man, was setting jokes. We took pictures. Like, they got a picture of me and him shaking hands. I want to see that picture, man. Like, Michael Collier was cool. It's the brother gonna punch me in my face, huh? You that guy, huh? He called me a fat Michael Ealy or something like that.
Wow.
Or Michael Ealy, you know. So
Michael Ealy looking like.
I don't think we look alike,
Nah,
but like
I got you. I feel what
I
you're
don't know,
saying.
bro.
I
Like,
got
you know,
you.
I get the Steph Curry, Michael Ealy, Terrence Howard thing all the time.
Oh wow.
But like, I'm over here just like doing my part. Michael Collier, cool dude. He gave me a lot of advice on my character. He gave me a lot of advice on my work. He gave me a lot of input on what I gotta do.
That's what's up, man.
And the directors, we did my scene like a good 9 times, 10 times. It had to be right. Sam was like, bro, you got this. And I met this other lady. She said, "You're singing gonna be on TV." I'm like, "What?"
That's dope.
She said, "They gonna know who you are." I'm like, "This is so cool."
That's dope, man. That's
so like,
dope.
here I am, just like punching homeboy in the face. It's okay. It's a wrap. Give it up for the new boyfriend. Everybody gave me some love. It was cool. That's a wrap. They just dapped me up. Respect. Yeah, I was like, yo. And I feel like that's gonna open some doors. Even in my old project, I was an extra in this other film, and I met KJ from Sisters, BET Sisters.
Okay.
You know, she plays I think Andy.
Right.
And
Tyler
Tyler
Perry, right?
Tyler Perry.
Yeah,
Yes,
for sure.
the project. I've been watching that show. She can act. Shout outs to her. But when I met her, she was so cool on set, man. Her, Terrell, like on The Available Wife.
Right.
Like, they were so cool. She put her hand and said, "Hey, I'm KJ." I was like, "Nice to meet you, KJ." We talked for a brief second. She said, "Relax, enjoy it, and, know where to go but up from here."
For sure.
She's cool, man. She kept it real.
So my man was able to break it down for y'all.
Yeah, man.
But before we get up out of here, I want to show another clip of my man Brian Gibbs. I got to. I want to show this clip because this is his latest joint. It's fresh. So y'all enjoy this real quick, man. Y'all enjoy this, man. Y'all enjoy this clip.
I got love, 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 I got love.
Aren't you want to help me?
Why not? I pay for everything around here.
Mama, can you come get Kendrick and take him to his room, please?
Okay, baby.
Look, baby, I want you to go to your room and take off your coat, okay? And I want you to show Mom and Pete all your new books we just got you, okay? All right.
Now look, call me if you need me. Okay.
I will, Mama. Thank you. Because it looks like Daddy's in a bad mood.
I always help out around here. Don't I pay for everything?
Isn't that what husband's supposed to do? Look, you know I'm so appreciative of the way you take care of me and Kendrick.
Well, I'm tired of taking care of you and Kendrick.
What are you saying? You don't want to take care of your family anymore?
Who said I wanted to have a family? I just wanted to smash and you popped up pregnant.
Oh. But aren't you the one who didn't want to use a condom?
And weren't you the one that told me you was on birth control?
And I was, but it doesn't work all the time.
You know what? I think you got knocked up on purpose.
So you really think that I wanted to drop out of college to depend on you? I wanted to get an abortion, remember?
And I don't believe in abortions.
Oh, but you believe in the thing it takes to make a family, like children.
Those are two different things. I didn't want to have a family at 24 years old.
Look, God's timing is not our timing. Look, things happen on God's time, not on our time.
Right. I expect that never happened.
What are you saying, Ty?
I met someone. There's somebody else.
Wait. You met someone? What the hell are you talking about, Tyrone?
I met her. She's a single mom, has her own spot, her own car. She doesn't make excuses and proposes her own way. And we're planning on moving in together. And don't worry, I'll still pay child support.
Who's the bitch, Tyrone? And you know that child support will not pay the rent here. So you mean to tell me you would rather go pay the bills for another woman and her child that doesn't even belong to you?
That's the point! It's not! All she wants is me! All she wants is Tyrone!
So what about me? What about Kendrick? What about our family?
What about our family, Tiffany? This is not much. We're not really this is not really a family. All we do is sit around the house all day and look at each other, Tiff. This is not life.
That's because I want to save money to buy a house so I can go back to work.
Who said what? Who am I? What? I don't want a house.
I thought you said you wanted Kendrick to have everything we didn't have coming up.
Tiffany, you're missing the whole entire point. I don't want a house. I don't want a marriage. I don't want none of this. I just want to be.
You want to be what, Tyrone? I tried to be a good wife to you. Baby, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it.
Tiff, you're missing the whole entire point. I'll be gone by Friday. I already pawned my engagement ring.
What?
And Saturday, I have more to come get my things. I'm out.
Wait, Tyrone, come on, don't do this to us. Baby, just have faith. Come on, this is just a hiccup in our life's journey, baby. We can do this, I promise. Just have faith, please.
It takes faith to love, Tiffany. I just don't have faith in you.
But Tyrone, wait, I promise, Tyrone.
Guys, just think about it. You have any
That
superpower,
was
what would it
Tyrone,
be?
aka Brian Gibson, man. Like, hey, that was dope, man. That was dope, and I know that was hard for you to do, man. So, like I said, I know you kind of highlighted it earlier. I just wanted to bring it back to fruition. Dope, man. So, for the people out there, trying to make it happen, maybe not know what to do. What would you tell them? Like, what would you tell them?
I'm going to tell them, like, yo, follow your dreams, follow your heart. You got to, if you want it, go out there and get it. No matter how long it takes. That's one thing I'm learning. There's no timeline to reach your goals when it comes to your dreams. When it comes to your dreams, there's no timeline for it. Just go for it. Map it out. Write a list. You just got to hustle. And you just got to sacrifice a lot to get where you need to go.
Sacrifice a lot where you need to go. Do what you do. Stay on a pivot. Stay on the swivel. It's
And
all
just
in your
pray
head
about
and
it.
grind and pray. Yes.
Pray about it. Give it to God,
Make
man.
sure that you are spiritually inclined, mentally inclined, physically inclined, emotionally inclined. All that. Check all the boxes, y'all. I appreciate you, Brian, for coming through on the Grind Hard Dream Big Show, y'all. I want you to prosper. I want you to do everything you set your mind to, King. For real, from me to you and everybody out there. Brian Gibson, y'all. Grind hard. Dream big. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream, man. And we out.
We out.